And I think that industry events for a long time were a bunch of us service providers just hanging out together, having a great time and saying, hey, that was a great event. But now the sellers actually want to come out, they want to learn, and they want to network with each other.
Liz, let's talk about in-person events for sellers.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
I know a lot about that.
You do know a lot about that.
As it turns out.
You've seen in-person events evolve for a long time, but let's use COVID as kind of the marker because that was the comeback for in-person events. How have in-person events changed over time, and why are they so key for sellers to take part in?
That's a great question, Cameron. I think that the biggest change I've seen is that there is a lot more hunger for information and knowledge. Sellers and brand owners want to know how to accelerate their businesses. They want to know tricks on inventory management, advertising. They want to network with each other. And I think that industry events for a long time were a bunch of us service providers just hanging out together, having a great time and saying, hey, that was a great event. But now the sellers actually want to come out, they want to learn, and they want to network with each other. So there's a lot more pressure on an event coordinator or a company that's throwing an event to create value.
Yes.
Because if there's no value to sellers, then the event's going to fail no matter what.
Different string. You know a lot of high-level sellers in the space. You've known them for a long, long time. What do high-level sellers do differently than people that are either just starting out or haven't quite hit that skyrocket point yet? What do big sellers do differently in this industry?
Big successful sellers are constantly optimizing their operational practices.
Define the operational practices.
They're looking at the way they run their business. They're adapting new technology like AI. They're streamlining their inventory practices. They're honing down on their spending. They're figuring out where their money's going. They're focusing on profitability. And when someone's first getting started, it's an overwhelming space. There's so much to think about. There's so much that you have to learn how to do. Really nailing those operational practices that make you profitable it takes time to learn that. But the big sellers that I know, that's what they're doing. And they're looking at other channels. They're looking to expand. They're looking where their products might be successful. And there are more channels now, you know?
It seems like big sellers are always asking, how can they optimize, do better, improve, and change
and
over
how
time?
Can they grow?
And how can they grow?
Go scale, get bigger, get huge, go viral. I mean, they want all of it.
What do you think has been the biggest, most impactful trend in 2023 in e-commerce so far?
Oh, 100%. AI tools. We had Jasper AI that we were using in the content space for a long time, but ChatGPT stormed onto the scene, and now all of a sudden people are using it in every aspect of their lives. And there are AI tools to generate images. There are AI tools to do almost everything. I was talking at a recent event in New York, the Prosper Plus event, about how different brands use AI, and there were brands that use it for everything. Creating listing titles, creating listing descriptions, creating all their listing content, doing all their internal memos, doing all their customer emails. And then I asked, does it ever scare you? And nobody said yes.
Meaning what exactly? That it didn't scare them?
I mean, you've seen horror movies about artificial intelligence and what
Terminator.
Well, but what bad
Matrix.
People, all of the above. But what bad people could do with too much information. And I know people that are putting their proprietary financial information into ChatGPT to come up with financial reports. And that's not something that I necessarily recommend, but AI is definitely making huge strides in the day-to-day lives of sellers and brand owners, which is lucky for us since we've got predictive AI and all this data floating around.
We do.